That's why I need a name that's cutting edge, like Cutco, Edgecom, Interslice, Leading Edge. Yeah, it's a leading edge system. One of the most information superhighway sounding computer brands of the time. At least that I'm aware of. A leading edge WinPro 486 to be exact, and a rather well-preserved specimen. I've only ever had one leading edge system in the past, and it was a 386SX laptop. So this will be my first leading edge desktop. Sure hope I don't get cut. Alright, let's get into this thing. And this thing's actually in pretty remarkable condition, I'm happy to say. Got our power button here. It's a real ka-chunk switch. This being an AT system and all. There's the reset button. No turbo button though. Guess this thing had one speed. Go. And I didn't put these discs in here, so what are these? B works? I think that's what that says. That's some kind of anti-millennial scripture. B : works, I'd say that says. Whatever that is. Back in there. Found our first issue. I bet that cam lobe probably broke off the shaft there. I'll have to take a look at that. What's in here? Oh, no label. But such a pretty color though. So beachy. And here be the rear. No sound card. That's disappointing. Must be an all business machine. It's WinPro after all. And we got a spec sheet there. That gives lots of good detail. He even gives you the models for the hard drive and video card. Now that is service. Look at this toothless looking serial port here. Guess they didn't want to spend the extra money on all the pins if they weren't going to use them. Yeah, why not, right? This is of course an AT system, so we got an AT keyboard port. It's an I/O card for the floppy and hard drive controllers, since that stuff was not included on the motherboard back in the day of this machine. And of course the video card, so helpfully labeled. And here's a zoomy zoom on that label, for the people that like that kind of thing. Model Win1202, but also model CPC 2606. That's strange. Why does it have two model numbers? Maybe one's for the case, and one's for the system? Such confused. Alright, let's get this thing open. Okay, there's 4 screws on this system, 2 on each side on the very bottom. Let's get those de-screwed. Okay, now do we slide front C's or back C's? Oh, front C's it is. Alright, liking what I see so far. It uses a battery pack instead of a horrible Varta battery. And the system does appear complete. I've got a hard drive under here. It's hard to see though. Though this floppy drive is disconnected. That's kind of sus. And yeah, let's look at that cam mechanism. Yeah, it's just slipping on the shaft. What happens is they like split and then there's no longer enough stiction to provide force. I've fixed that on the channel before. I'm gonna have to remember how. But this would work if you gave it a little finger action assistance. Yeah. And luckily that piece is still there. Usually it gets long lost. And I'm sitting here trying to figure out what this is. Just a little piece of brass, it looks like. Looks like there's a tab on the outer case that interfaces with this. Seems like a strange choice though. Guess I didn't want to leave the grounding a chance. And I guess let's go ahead and pull that battery out of there. Sure, it's deader than dead. And that is not a standard AT power connector. It actually looks strangely similar to the power connector in that HP Vectra XA tower. I wonder if that was a standard. Some kind of alternative thing for commercial grade machines. Possibly. And this could have been bad. Luckily it's a ground wire, and didn't get through the insulation either. That looks like it's been like that for a very long time. That insulation is quite in the habit of being in that shape. That might warrant a patch. We'll see. Okay, let's start clearing these cables out. Okay, they tucked the IDE cable under the hard drive. It's kind of annoying. So we'll just put it over here for now. There's our hard drive LED. See if I can get that power connector off. Sometimes they break. Ah, this one's good. Well, as good as a proprietary power connector can be. Now let's check out these cards. Gotta get this oddity out of the way. Good old Gold Star I/O controller. Is that the same Gold Star that's the G and LG? I'm curious. And this thing is awfully stabby. Those 3-hole components went right into my fingers when I pulled it out of there. Good thing it's lead-free solder, right? Right? And it's super clean. It's good. Just the lightest amount of dust. Let's check out the video card. Get that out of the way. It's menacing. And as promised, Trident TVGA 8900C from 1991. And they were nice enough to give us half the VRAM. Decent little card for the time. Get to clean up that edge connector. Otherwise, excellent condition. And that motherboard is tiny. And it's interesting that they opted not to put that last ISA slot in there, because you wouldn't be able to use it anyway, because there's no access. That's got to be some cost optimization devilry. And there's our itty bitty little CPU, a TI 486. I sure don't see those very often. 25 megahertz as promised. Wish it were a DX, but what are you going to do? Now let's go through the RAM. It's got these gauntlet torture clips. But at least they don't break. Oh, I don't miss these. Yeah, more Gold Star chips. Okay, we've definitely had some upgrades, because I'm pretty sure that's a 1 meg stick, and all the other ones look like 1 meg sticks as well. So yeah, she's had some upgrades. It's funny how primitive this seems now. Those big old chips for such little memory. Let's see the next one. Looks identical. Indeed it is. These are Samsung chips. And this one looks the same as that last one. Yes, indeed it is. So that should be 4 megabytes. So much power. Now let's clear these drives out. Ooh, that thing's gonna fall right out of there. Look at that. There's no drive cage or anything. It's just a little tab of sheet metal. It's kind of whack. Oh, and they put the switch right in the way of one of these drive screws. That's uncool. What is keeping this thing? That is an awful lot of interference. What's going on here? You know, I'm getting the feeling this case was built down to a price. And there's that hard drive. Though it doesn't say capacity, it does match what's on the tin, and they certainly have an interesting way of adapting it to a 5¼ inch drive bay. This has this piece of sheet metal here as infill. And it's not even in there well. It's like bent. And this thing here is all weeble wobbly. Not the greatest case. I was expecting better from Leading Edge. Anyway, let's get that out of there. Now I can figure out how they hoop-a-loop that cable under there. It's like odd. Look at that, that's funny looking. Let's just cut this and fix the focus. There's this thing just dangling off the side there. They were saving all kinds of pennies. It's kind of insane. Oh, and I just realized how horribly stripped this one is. Look at that. And it's not even, it's also cross-threaded. That's not good. I'll have to deal with that later. Guess I might as well yank the power supply too while I'm in this deep. And it's got some pretty decent weight to it. Very good quality. And I just noticed this board has functionality for both a turbo switch and a turbo LED. So surely it works, right? We shall test it. I'm definitely not retrofitting anything though, but it's cool to know it's there. Okay, let's see if we can fix or possibly further damage this floppy drive. We gotta get that shaft out of there, which I'm gonna guess goes a little something like this. I gotta remove this tab. See if it's just one of those pulley-pull things. Seems like it. Oh, yeah, kind of hitting resistance. It's got to come off somehow. There's no C-clip on it. Maybe I just got to not be so worried about destroying it. Trickier than I thought. Something tells me they never intended this to come off. Aha, here we come. Just excessive amounts of pressure. Gotcha. And it didn't even break. How do you like that? Let's get that faceplate off. Actually, guess I should get that disc out of there, right? Now, faceplate off. What's that? Okay. That little keyway is interfering. Gotta switch to a cinematic angle for these. There's two C-clips on either end of here. These usually like to fling off to the nether regions if you're not careful. So I'm going to be extra careful. There's one. See? I tried to take off even though I was being extra careful. Let's see. And that might be enough to get this thing out of here. This little grommet thing. Yeah, there we go. It's always a good day when you only have to deal with one C-clip. Well, I guess a good day is not dealing with any C-clips, but you get what I mean. And there's the subject. See that crack right there? That's the reason why these fail. There's a flat spot on that part of the shaft. Provides interference for the cam to do its camming. But if it's cracked, then it just acts like a spring. See? Opening up like that. Try not to break it completely. Alright, let's get this grease cleaned off. Wipe off as much as we can. Get some rubbing alcohol to do the rest. Okay, now it's Dremel time. What I like to do is cut reliefs in the plastic. Just a couple of grooves, and then I'll sink some epoxy into those grooves, and that creates like a reinforcing structure inside, or on the outside, but somewhat on the inside, just to keep that gap from opening. Yeah, you get the idea. Okay, there's our channel. Let's go ahead and fill it with epoxy. Okay, let's let this cure. Okay, that's all cured up now. Seems plenty strong. Let's get it back on there. Actually, first, I guess we should clean this thing up, starting with that old grease. And get rid of that dust. Now let's grease this up and get it back on there. Probably way too much, but whatever. Oops, that's gotta go over here. Now let's see if we conquer the evil C-clip. There we go. Does it work? Oh yeah. Seems just fine. Probably could soak up some of that excess grease, but yeah, might as well. We don't need that much. Good enough. Now let's complete the service. That was a tight little screw. Bent the metal. Okay, not too terribly dusty in here. Let's clean. Not too bad. Get some fresh grease on this too. In with the grease ball. Good enough. And I just realized I cooped this up. Let's see if I can fix it without going through those C-clips. Ah, yeah, perfect. There we go. And it's just a lockout to keep the mechanism from engaging without a disc. Fixed now. Let's get that face back on. Okay, apparently that needs to be done with the mechanism engaged. Which is hard to do with this in the way. Yeah, that hole is keyed there, so this has got to be pointing down. And now those are in the way. How are we supposed to do this? Okay, there we go. Finally, some sanity. Those screws back in. And the latch. Oh yeah. Works like a dream. Hopefully it actually works by reading and writing discs. Moving on to the 3.5-inch drive. It's made by Panasonic with an absurdly long model number. Let's get it, A part. Got these two teeny tiny screws back here. Should be able to just lift this up while releasing these tabs. There we go. Hey, that's actually pretty clean. Get that disc out of there. Kinda super clean. Good deal. We'll just do the usual. Oh wait, lead screws on that side. Duh. That one's actually really hard to get to. Probably doesn't even need grease. It looks pretty fresh. And here's the hard drive again. And this should be a 131 megabyte drive. So let's see if I can get that cross-threaded screw out. Without doing any further damage. Alright, came out pretty easily. What the deal is, because it's not even really that cross-threaded. Gonna try just putting a regular coarse thread screw in there. Okay, goes in just fine. Yeah, but now they don't match. I have to change this one out too. Wait, no. That one's a little taller. That'll do. Okay, moving on to the power supply. It's a high pro. So, high pro. Okay, that was bad even for me. Anyway, claims to be 150 watts. Totally believable, given the weight of the thing. Feels like good quality construction. Let's give it a test. Let's see if we get the clicks. Oh yeah. Fired right up. And okay voltage, on 12 volt at least. Let's see 5. And 5 is 5. Goody goody. Put that back on 12. And just let it cook for 5 minutes or so. There's something making a strange sound though. I don't think it's one of these drives. I think it's the fan. I'm gonna shut these up real fast. I guess not. I guess it was mostly the spindle motor from this one getting worse. Anyway, carry on. Didn't mean to interrupt your clicking. No, it's that one. The one we Frankensteined last week. But nevertheless, there's 5 minutes. We're good. So thankful I don't have to figure out this power supply connector. Okay, let's go ahead and confirm death on that battery, since I'm positive it is dead. Okay, actually it's so dead it went negative voltage. The poles flipped. That's funny. Yeah, I still remember buying these at Radio Shack, or something similar to it. These days I'll just swap on a 2032 battery holder. Won't last quite as long, but it'll work. Let's just borrow that connector. And I'll just put that over here with some sticky Velcro. Get it connected. There we go. And with that, we're ready to test. Now this board does have some tantalum capacitors, so we'll be watching this area for smoke signals. If they come, let's see. Alright, that's a great sound. We got hard drive initialization and RAM tick. But I forgot to connect my capture device. There we go. Okay, all normal stuff. Alright, let's do the setup utility. We got a configuration to configure. Let's see, standard CMOS settings. We need whatever allows us to configure the hard drive parameters. Let's see, improper use of setup may cause problems. Sure, we know that. Okay, so floppy drives are misconfigured right off the bat. And let's fix the date. Ooh, how do I? Page up, page down. Okay, wrong up. Down is increasing, I guess. We'll set the correct date so that it doesn't mess with any timestamps. As fast as you can. Oh, whoa, uh-oh. I overran keyboard buffer. Ah. There we go. Alright, hard drive. Highly doubt we auto detect. Let's see, yeah, I don't think so. I don't know what CHS even is on that drive. Okay, according to internets, it's a Type 18. Oop. Yep, seems legit. Now the floppy drives. A drive is the 3.5 inch. Where'd that though? There it is. Alright, let's see if we like that. Right, to CMOS and exit. Yes. Oh, that's a good check, and it's booting. Yes. Well, the hard drive sounds great. Oh, it's got onboard Sound Blaster. I was not expecting that. That's why its speaker's so big. But then why doesn't it have any speaker jacks? That is funny. Okay, so why is Program Manager empty? Alright, we got all kinds of goodies on here. And apparently this is an original leading edge image. It's in the leading edge utilities. Leading edge disk utility. Does that produce restore disks? Ah, it's broken. It's either that or the hard drive's broken. ledisk.exe is invalid. But I wonder if those images are somewhere there. Let's get in the file manager. Wow, there's lots of stuff on here. No, I guess they deleted their restore disks, probably to save space. No such directory. Let's see, what is in home PC? No earthly clue. What is bog? Bog.exe. Do I even want to know? Let's see the help file. Oh, it's a word finding game. Similar to Boggle. I'm guessing it's DOS only. This doesn't seem very Windowsy. I wish we had date stamps. Give me all file details. 1991. Yeah, it's definitely a DOS game. Well, we'll have to go play it in DOS once we're done exploring Windows. Let's actually jump out of here. Back to the fun, graphical, pretty environment. Windows version 3.10, 1991. Love it. Let's see, what is publish it? From TimeWorks. So it's like a book editing program or something. See if anything's saved in here. Got a bunch of stuff. Let's see whatever this is. Okay, so I guess it's a sample real estate ad. Or I'm assuming it's a sample. I'm gonna assume this isn't real. Okay, so it's just like a page layout type program. Very cool. Alright, solves that mystery. Moving on. Microsoft Works 2. This product is licensed to valued leading edge customer. Oh, just looking for a disk. Can't find file. A file already open. Probably what is on that floppy disk. Okay, how about just a new thing? The word processor. The great granddaddy of Word. Love that. Let's get up out of here. What kind of games do we have? Ah, the usual. What is easy legal software? Is this some kind of law firm computer? Business lawyer. Yeah, I figured this thing was all business. And yep, looks businessy and lawyery to me. Let's see if there's any saved documents. Let's see, since those could be real, we're gonna go with sample. What? It crashed Windows. Well, that's odd. Didn't even get the usual illegal instruction dialogue. Just kicked me right out of Windows. Let's get back in. Oh. So it dropped to DOS mode while still being memory resident. It's either that or we're just hoopa-jooped. Can we exit? No. Can't do that. We gotta reboot. I'll delete. Alright, we are back. Oops, wrong button. Okay. See what non-lawyery stuff is on here. What is Parsons Technology? It's legal for Windows. That's so funny. Is it legal for Linux too? Okay. It's not looking very legal. Let's see. Untitled.lgl. So sample, last will, and testament. Oh, I didn't think we'd get a rare glimpse into what lawyering was like in the early 90s. Let's see, what does the justice scale do? It's awfully interesting looking. Legal guide. Poor over will. I think that's how you say that. I'm not sure. Legalese ain't too good. Oh, wow. Gives you helpful legal info. How nice. Let's get out of here. Interest vision. Yep, interest rate calculator. You could have guessed from the name. No surprise. Let's see if there are any special Microsoft tools on here. Alright, looks like all the usual stuff. Yeah, I haven't seen the antivirus in so long. The original MSAV. Yep, just as I remember it. With the little trail of bugs. Okay, let's not run this now. Let's see what version of QuickBooks that is. Okay, Quicken 2 and Quicken 4. Not sure what date those are from. I guess it's before they started using years. Well, let's open it up. $19.93. Well, we're all caught up on our reminders. Let's see, I have no earthly clue how to use QuickBooks. But it would be nice to see when the last time it was used. By date. Well, nothing recent. So let's just scan from the 90s onward. $2001. Somebody was using this thing all that time. I'm surprised we don't have more records. I'm not sure what's going on here. I guess they barely used this, but why would they use it 4 years apart? I don't get it. What if I click this? Does that not do anything? Okay, it's doing something. Oh, okay. Sensitive info. So that's a rent receipt. Let's get out of here. Gonna be doing a lot of blurring. Alright, so safe to assume 2001 was the latest. How about Quicken 4? What's in there? Guess I never used it. No accounts. What about in Quicken 2? Let's see. Oh, I have not backed up my files. Yeah, I don't care. Oh, it's just a shortcut to Quicken 4, I guess. Yeah, no accounts in here either. Guess they just never used this as like an included thing with QuickBooks. Speaking of QuickBooks, there's a date stamp on that account file. Oh, we damaged it. This is what File Manager does when it gets a timestamp from the 2000s. It corrupts. But we got backups from as late as 1995. They weren't too studious about backing up, but it looks like they barely ever used this anyway. Okay, well that's that. Where's Prod Pack? I know, but there's some crimes and criminals in there. Let's get down to DOS mode and check out some of these games. See if I can make that speaker sing some more. Okay, what was that first one? Home PC. What was it? Bog? Yeah. Bog.exe. Oh, it's a Windows game. I was so confident it was a DOS game. Well, let's go back to Windows. What are you? What? Aren't you supposed to give me letters? I think it's broken. Oh, I gotta start game, maybe. Ah, here we go. Well, let's see if it has Old English. Thou. Is thou a valid word? You know, I'm not even sure, but I'm gonna say yes. Alright, I guess it was. How about meat? Uh-oh. What did I do? I can't use vowels? Don't tell me you have to buy vowels. Okay, well then, what about me? Surely that's a word. I don't get what's wrong. Try again. What if I just hit A? Okay, let's think of an A word. We can make ace. What is the matter with you? Are we forced to make 2-letter words? Okay then, 2. Okay, I'm confused. I'm out of here. No. Let's see, what is organize? That could be just about anything. Let's see. General protection fault. Aw. That's speaker. Uh-oh. Lost my mouse cursor. That wily general protection fault. We still have keyboard? Yes, we do. So I can Alt FX all the way out of Windows, right? And restart it. There's the mouse. Alright. Get back where we were. So it really wants to crash Windows, huh? Let's see. Can we do it again? Yep. Sure. And the same exact symptoms. I guess we're not getting organized today. Okay, the mouse cursor is there. It's just gone invisible. Oh no, stop breaking. Alright, I gotta get back out again. What else in here can break the computer? What about speaker? Oh, speaker driver. Let's see, what is audio.txt? Just installation instructions. I was hoping it'd tell me what type of sound card this is. Maybe speaker? No. Okay. USA map. That's pretty self-explanatory, right? And it doesn't even crash. Look at that. This program is freeware. Who needs Google Maps when you got this? All the state info your heart desires. Oh, that's cool. There's I'll win. What indeed? Let's open that up. Oh, that's the it's legal for Windows thing. Okay. We saw that, and I guess this is that similar program. Maybe that's something different. Let's see. Oh, it's LapLink. LapLink Pro. Yeah, LapLink is like one of the original like ad hoc file sharing programs where you could connect 2 computers together with a parallel cable or serial or LapLink cable. And this is a really old version. It's like the DOS original. Let's see, I can't get a... doesn't tell me what version it is. Wasn't no help menu back then. Well, it's too bad we don't have any laps to link. Also don't have anything even remotely close to a LapLink cable. Well, that was a blast from the past. Let's get out of here. Oh, what? Now the printer thing's opening. I didn't ask for that. Let's see what the help file says. I need help. Aw, it's not valid. Okay, I don't know what it's trying to print or why, but can you stop? Oh, it didn't like that. Yes, delete that. It's gonna keep on trying, isn't it? What is that splash screen? Oh, Windows help. You're of no help at all. Okay, so I'm guessing this is the Minolta thing. Printers are literally evil. What's this? That ain't obvious. There's a lot of executables though. It's in the help directory. WSNCP. Oh, that's the printer thing. Ugh, get me out of here. Alright, no Microsoft Works. Prod pack. What was prod pack? Let's run that. Microsoft Productivity Pack for Windows. What? I could learn how to use the keyboard and mouse. Oh, this is that Learn Windows thing. I'll humor it for a minute, but I don't know if we have time for this. Take me to the tutorial. Oh no, I should have learned how to use the keyboard and mouse first. Yeah, I don't know if I want to go through this. But let's just see. Getting started. Introducing Windows. Oh, what? Isn't that the guy that Keen rescued in Keen 4? The wizard guy? He looks an awful lot like him. Computers may seem like another universe. It doesn't have to be that way. Yeah, sometimes I forget just how new this stuff was and how foreign it was back then. It's crazy. Alright, let's get out of here. Exit tutorial. Alright, so I'm guessing this is a font pack. Seems like it. That's that Publish Works program. You know, there's really not a whole lot on this computer. Works, I guess, is the MS Works. No. I don't know what the devil that is. SP Demo. What is that all about? Well, let's run it. Why not? Or maybe we need to run that bat file. Let's do that. Softplan architectural design software? What? That was the last thing I was expecting. I thought it was like a sound test program. Okay, so it's like floor plan software. Let's see. This way you can see the actual performance of the soft plan on your computer, not just a slide presentation. Alright, let's see it. This thing is awfully chatty. Alright. Alright, let's see. How to draw floor plans. Show me that. Let's see. I don't see much floor plan drawing going on. Let's see, F1. We will begin this demonstration by drawing the walls of the house. Let's first select the draw function. Yeah, I did that twice. Okay, do it. There are those walls. Can't tell. Keep hitting the draw button. Uh-oh, the function list has changed. Okay. Let's press F2. What does that do? Just seems like things are breaking. If my house looked like that, I'd be very concerned. Okay, now it's selecting wall types, I guess. Okay. I have no idea. This thing seems like it's not working correctly. Let's get out of here. Quit the demonstration. Sure, I'll consider it. Alright. Let's start some disk drive checks. See if anything was on that 5 1/4 inch disk. Yeah, yes indeed there is. It's like, it's got DOS system files, but couldn't tell you what else. A bunch of like documents or something. Probably all super sensitive. But hey, that drive and that disk works. How remarkable is that? Let's see what the newest date stamp is. We got 95, December of 95. $1998 for whatever is in this directory, color char. But just the directory itself has that date stamp. It's kind of sus. Okay, so either 1995 or 1998. Let's see, how about the 3.5 inch drive? And whatever's on that disk. Works just fine. No earthly clue what that is, but it is the entire size of the disk. It's quite odd. Let's try deleting that. It's a system hidden read-only file, but yes, get rid of it. And let's try, we'll exercise them both at once. We'll copy a bunch of stuff from B drive, A drive. Let's see, we need some big files. How about, we'll include command.com, 52K, whatever this is, and that. What other big ones we got? These two. Should be good enough. I don't even remember how to copy and paste in this. Copy to A drive. That's right, there is no copy and paste. We just have this. Yeah, they're copying. Well, how about that? 2 healthy drives. I assume the hard drive's healthy too. Let's go check. Let's get up out of here. What version of DOS this even is? 6.0. Don't remember if we have scan disk. Nope. Gonna have to boot up into DOS 6.22. Let's do that. Let's get this disk out of here. Give it a hard reboot. Okay, here we are. Let's try this again. Uh-oh, we do have some issues. The backup copy of this drive's file allocation table is incorrect. Sure, go ahead and fix it, and we don't care about undoing. Wow, 21 megabytes of lost data, eh? That's a significant chunk of this hard drive. Somebody wasn't doing proper file system maintenance. Alright, go ahead and save those. This thing's got all kinds of issues. All this deferred maintenance. Another damaged directory. Huh. I wonder if it's a directory where those restore disks are supposed to be. Fix it. There's a lot of them. Might have to go out and pass the auto-fix flag. One of them contains a DOS directory. That's kind of suspicious. That might be those restore disks. Because why would they have DOS files on them? Okay, yeah, there's a lot of problems. Wait a minute. These are directories that are already on the root of the disk. Let's stop quote-unquote fixing these. More info. I don't see why DOS 6.2 would be at all incompatible with the 6.0 file system. But let's get out here. What does that look like now? No, a lot of those directories are still there. I'm just going to pass the autofix flag and let it go nuts. Maybe it'll find my restore disks. Skip undo. 10,600 lost clusters, eh? Interesting. I need a surface scan though. Okay, why are we finding broken stuff again? I think ScanDisk is confused. Okay, stop this. Was it really gonna go through that again? Go nuts. Yeah. Well, that's a fairly orderly file system. Not much defragging to be needed. Okay, well, clearly nothing physically wrong with the drive. Safe to say we're gonna make it here. Yes, indeed. Now let's go and explore those directories it supposedly recovered in Windows. So get that disk out of there. Hit the hard reboot. Get back in File Manager. Okay, so that was dir 00001. It's empty. Where did all that data go? What is happening? Yeah, there's all the check files. Huh. I could have sworn it said it recovered directories, right? Oh well, moving on. So curious about that onboard sound. Let's see what the rest of these sounds sound like. Elvis? What is that?
Elvis has left the building.
Oh, come on. One more time.
Elvis has left the building.
That little speaker sounds terrible. See, we heard chimes, right? And chord. Love how sudden. Porky? Not familiar with that one. Oh, come. Who puts this on here? And ta-da, we heard that in startup. Is that all the sounds? No? Well, yeah, I think so. Okay, now let's investigate this alleged turbo functionality. I've got a horrible makeshift turbo LED here. So let's just see if it's even on. And it is, indeed. Actually, I don't know if you can see that. Apparently my 1K ohm resistor was kind of overkill. But yes, that is on. And for our turbo switch, I'm just going to use a jumper because I don't have a switch handy. See if it goes out. Yes, it does. I think this thing actually has turbo functionality. But let's see if it actually does something. Take that out of there, so it's turbo mode on now. Let's see, what on here can I use to test that with? I don't feel like loading any benchmark software. Maybe, let's see, do we have idle wild on here? No, but paintbrush will probably work. Let's load up old paintbrush. Need to visit that anyway. The original Windows 3.1 paintbrush. Okay, so the fill speed should be noticeable. Let's see. Okay, yeah, that's definitely a noticeable delay. So now let's set our turbo to off. All right, light it out. Let's see. Okay, yeah, that fills noticeably slower. Yeah, this thing's got turbo functionality. How about that? Interesting that they didn't add a switch or LED for it. Maybe that's part of Leading Edge's cost-cutting craziness. Okay, let's just get this all off the board here. Okay, we've put this thing through enough. Let's shut it down. Gonna do it the nice way. Exit Windows. Can't believe I started this video with a Homer Simpson impression. But ever since that episode aired, that's all Leading Edge reminds me of. And I'm pleased to report, we've emerged unscathed, even after handling all that bleeding edge technology. And for some reason I was inspired to go find that 386 laptop that I had back in the day. It is purchased and on the way, and hopefully it makes it here in one piece. Seller says it's untested, which I believe because they have a very oddball power connector. We're gonna have tons of fun figuring that out. I'm not sure if this is the exact model I had, but visually it looks exactly as I remember it. And who do we have to thank for enabling these crazy off-the-cuff purchases? The patrons and channel supporters, of course. Yeah, for some reason Leading Edge stuff seems to command a premium. I'm not quite sure why. I guess it's a well-loved brand after all. I mean, I have fond memories of it, so I'm curious to hear about everyone else's Leading Edge experience. Because I don't think they ever served the home market. I could be wrong about that. Anyways, that's all for this video. Thanks for watching.